We've got something new to show you today, and I don't know if you can guess what it is.
It's a very tricky one to guess.
Very obscure. We've definitely got girl band vibes, we've got bridesmaids, we've got uniforms going on today, but in all seriousness, we're here to introduce our brand new Sew Over It exclusive fabric, which is Esmeralda Twilight. Yeah. We all made up some makes in Esmeralda Twilight to show it off a bit, and because actually we just love it so much. Yes. But Jemima's going to tell you a few details about the fabric.
Well, if you had our previous colourway, the Esmeralda Forest or the Esmeralda Plumps, this is our third colourway, you'll know that it's just such a buttery, soft, lovely viscose fabric, 140 centimetres wide, non-directional, so it is so versatile for pretty much all of our patterns that work in a drapey woven.
Yeah. As you can
fabric,
see,
as you can see,
things.
we picked out like some of the things that we thought it would be perfect for, but like I feel like the list was endless. We all had loads of options, didn't we?
Just that it's one of them. No, it feels very nice. It sews very nicely.
Yes.
And it has a purple vibe, which I'm quite happy about. So it's my favourite Esmeralda so far.
With a touch of navy, though.
Well,
it's not
navy.
just purple.
It's navy, but because the decoration is pink, you get a purple
overall look.
I feel like it fits my
then you
wardrobe very much.
You pair it with purple, you can pair it with pink.
Yes.
Or you just put it with green.
Which makes it
combination.
I love that.
Very versatile.
So good.
And
White,
it's
I think you
non-directional as well.
That's it. Yeah.
With jeans, I
Jeans would
think
be nice.
will look very, very, very nice.
A little, do you know, I was thinking like a denim jacket would go really nicely over like a Sorrento, denim jacket.
So should we go through what we've all made?
Just
Emma,
so
should we
you
start
know.
with you?
So hopefully this will give you some inspiration. We've gone for very different things. We've got a day to night kind of progression, I feel. I decided to make an Alba skirt, which is from our Summer Dreaming ebook. First of all, because it sounds almost like my name. Now, at school in Italy, everyone used to call me Alba because that's a name that exists.
Yeah.
And no one knows what Alma is. They're like, what is that word? So I have mixed feelings about the name, but not about the pattern, which is so beautiful. I've been wanting to make it for ages because that frill, I'm sorry. I feel like I need to go and get flamenco lessons. Oh God, see, I'm too excited. So I went for the version with the frills, which was so interesting. I hadn't seen the pattern before. I hadn't looked at it. I thought it was going to be a long strip that you gather. No, it's so much like thought out, so much better thought out because the way it lays is perfect. So they're kind of swirls.
They are as well, and like when we were making the tours for that, and we were doing the early pattern testing. Figuring that out.
Yeah, I bet, because it's different parts, so everything's been drafted for a specific part of the skirt. So there's a lot of thought that's gone into it.
That's it.
Yeah, but it does it falls
beautifully. Yeah, I love it.
It's so summery.
So summery. Yeah, I can't wait to wear it with sandals and bare legs. Not quite yet, but I also did my usual favourite, the narrow hem, which is perfect on this because it's meters and meters of France. So of frill. So yeah, really love it. You basically tie it, it's a wrap skirt, so you tie it, there's a little buttonhole that you pull the tie through. And as a little extra, I decided that I could do a little
No.
I know. No.
Where is that going?
See, it's not my tights, I promise. Let me see if I can pull it out. It's literally a rectangle.
You made a pocket bag.
I made a pocket bag.
What? So that's on the...
It's on the... Shocked everyone with it. It's like
That's blown my mind.
you didn't know that was in it. No. So it's just basically a rectangle, and it's on the part that lies underneath.
Yeah.
What happens when you sit down?
Oh yeah, it will move around. This is an emergency. I have to run to the loo. I'm taking my key or my phone with. It's not super practical, but I like to have the option of having my phone on me.
And that's the one thing wrap skirts. I remember so many wrap skirts.
And you're always like, this is just phone. You know, you can't put your sandwich in it or something. But it's tiny and you can't really see it. And it made me feel very clever when I tried it on.
You know my mind.
So I love it. I've got it on with an ultimate t-shirt today. And again, what we were saying with the colours, I think so many different colours would work. I think with white it would look lovely. With pinks and purples, this is lilac. I want to try it with something like a camisole. I think maybe
Could you do it in the matching fabric?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Have
what
it
I'm
and then
thinking.
make it like a
Do
dress.
double,
Yes.
maybe it could work. I do think that Anella
Yeah.
would
Would
look
look
very
lovely.
nice with it. And there was something else. Oh yes, I wore it today with my Sorrento jacket, and it pairs beautifully. They're from the
Yes.
same ebook. It works really, really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a little, anything from that ebook, the sienna
It's
top.
kind
yeah.
of the sienna top.
Sienna
That's the
top.
one.
Yeah.
Yes. I have one. Maybe I'll need to make more. But yes, I love it. It's a very fun skirt. It didn't take long to make. Mostly it was cutting out the swirls and figuring it out and not making sure everything was attached to the pattern piece, so I didn't confuse one swirl with another. Moving on to the dress now.
Yeah, so this is a Giselle dress hack. But as you can see, I've made quite a few changes. So I started with the Giselle bodice, and then I just put a really simple gathered skirt on. There's nothing complicated at all to it. It is literally a rectangular fabric. I think it might even be simpler than the original pattern. I dropped the neckline 2.5 centimetres because it was sitting a little bit high on me, and then I've switched out. I don't know if you will see on camera. I'll get a photo. Switched out the hook and eye just for a little tie.
I just love that hat.
I prefer that.
It's so cute.
Yeah,
It's
really
just a little
cute.
detail at the back.
So yeah, a bit of a hack, because I think with Giselle, I made a calico toile, and I really wanted to get the fit really right, because I think once you've got the bodice, there is so much potential for what you can do with it. Like, I was even thinking afterwards, I was like, oh, maybe I should have done something with like big sleeves and like maybe some shirring or like some elastic, or like I feel like there's a lot you can do with it. So I'm really happy that I've got that.
Now you've done that body,
Exactly.
you just go mad.
Exactly. And then one more change that wasn't planned. I had a total nightmare, because I was overlocking this waist seam, and I managed to overlock like a massive hole right in the middle. I feel like we've all been there, and like I could have cried. I was like so happy with it, and the only thing I could think to do was to take the skirt off and move it up 3 centimetres.
Oh, so it's
to cover it, yeah.
It looks
So
really
it's sitting, that's why it's sitting slightly high, but I think we definitely get away
yeah,
with it.
Absolutely. Well, don't fix it.
I know, it's
Horrible.
a horrible moment, isn't it? When you're like, no.
The worst.
Yeah, so that's my Giselle. I'm pretty happy with it. It's
I love the length.
just- Thank you.
Good length.
As I said, it was kind of chosen for me by the amount of fabric that I took. Just over 2 metres, which is hardly even more than the requirements for Giselle. And I just thought I'll just see how
And
long it
did
comes
you
out.
like make a decision on, because it's the amount of gathers is really nice?
Yeah.
Did you kind of think about that, or was it
Did you
just
use the
go for it?
width of the fabric?
I used the full width of the fabric, 140 centimetres, and then I just gathered it to fit. And I think that turned out at just under 2.5 times
For the gather?
for the gathers. Does that make sense?
yes.
2.5 times my waist measurement.
Great.
I believe that's right. I'll double check.
Yeah.
that. But yeah.
That sounds like.
And I thought that will give like enough, because I didn't want it to be too much, but I also wanted it
You
to be
wanted to
noticeable.
show, don't you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think it's perfect.
Lovely.
Thank you. That's me.
Alright, well, I made the Ella blouse,
Hello.
and I first made the Ella blouse about 5 years ago.
Whoa.
And then I think I just wasn't wearing as many high-waisted things then, so I didn't really wear it. But now I am all high-waisted, so Ella's back.
Yeah.
I made no alterations. I didn't grade anything.
Oh.
I made a straight size 20. So what usually I'd do is make something smaller on the shoulder and then bigger for the bust. But I was just like, do you know what? It's not
It
not
goes
got that.
round.
Yeah,
straight
exactly.
Because usually you might see the
You'd see the shoulder seam, but
It doesn't matter. It's just nice.
Beautiful.
and I love it, and it goes perfectly. So these are Peggy trousers, and if for those, sometimes people are worried about Ella, like maybe it shows off a bit of skin at your waist, and you don't want that. For me, the height of Peggy is literally perfect to go with this.
You've actually got overlap
I've got
over
well,
the trousers.
a couple of centimetres, so I feel very snug. I feel like even if for reach, I'm still fine. And I really like that it's a wrap that's high, sort of high, got a high neckline, because quite often wraps are quite low, and that's nice for some days, but sometimes I want a wrap style, but also I want to be like really nice and
not fall out.
secure.
Yeah, it's a
But I'm
casual
not
wrap.
going anyway. Yes,
I like
it
it
is.
a lot.
But I love it. I've got some fabric in a sort of pinky colour, not dissimilar to this, to make some more Peggy,
Yes.
which is sitting over there.
That was
will
so
be a
summery.
So that'll be the next outfit, although I feel like we'd be like opposite.
Yes.
It's very similar to that.
So funny.
We can't wear them together.
Yeah.
We just like to text each other.
I love
I'm wearing it. But yeah,
So
I'm very
good.
pleased, and I can definitely, like, Ella's so quick to sew. I think once I cut her out separately, but it was maybe a couple of hours to sew up, really, really quick. Don't need anything else other than the fabric.
There's
No
no
interfacing, no
Yeah.
nothing. Speedy.
So good.
Yeah, there'll be more to come.
Yes, I think like you need one in every colour now. 'Cause
I know,
that's
I
great.
feel that, yeah, it's going to be one of those.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
Yeah.
it's a nice top.
And it's a perfect season to make
Yeah,
these.
because it's got
Yeah.
sleeves, but it's cool.
It's still
light
floating.
and breezy.
Yeah.
I love
Love
it.
it.
Very.
And I'm wearing
Look at
the
this.
Heidi dress.
The pièce de résistance.
Yeah, I've wanted to make this dress for a little while, but I was waiting for a fabric that I liked enough because it's a lot of
Fabric,
dress, isn't it? A lot of fabric. So yeah, I was really, really happy when this fabric arrived. So the Heidi dress, as you can see, it's a wrap dress. I've done the full length. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got the bottom tier on it as well. Yep, I went all in. And yeah, it was probably the most complicated make I've made to date because it's got some really lovely details.
Yes.
So it's got the gathers up here, all around the waistband. It's got a yoke.
Yes.
It's got a yoke. So I learned to do the burrito method with
Oh,
the yoke.
nice.
Which, I'm reading it on the page and I'm like, oh, what? Couldn't make head nor tail of it, but there is a sew along that Lisa did, and I just watched that, and it's actually really easy. So it's made me think about all the different shirt patterns we've got that I can now do. Then it's got long sleeves with a cuff, but hasn't got any buttons on, which is nice.
I love the
an
cuff
easy
like
cuff.
that.
Yeah, so it's nice and relaxed. And I just feel really special in it. To be honest.
It's lovely. It's so lovely.
And I feel like I'm wearing it with flats today, and I'd wear it with flats and sandals for the summer. But I mean, you could easily put some heels on, and it's quite
so
an event dress.
Wedding
Yes.
guests. kind of.
Yeah.
Wedding guests.
Yeah.
It's another one that's good for spring as well because again it's got the
Exactly.
sleeves.
That's
but
why I
it's
wanted
not-
to make it. I wanted a full length and a dress with sleeves. And it was this one or what's the other one we've got?
Were you thinking of Florence?
That's
So
it.
yeah.
Yeah, it was this one or the Florence, but I wanted this one had a few more details
Yeah.
than the Florence, so I wanted to try this one first.
So pretty.
And you
Lovely.
did something interesting with the sizing, didn't
Yes,
you?
which I think Rosie's done a few times as well, so the back I cut out a 16 because usually I find that I have to take quite a few centimetres out the back.
Ah.
So I cut a 16 and then I cut an 18 for the front, and it lines up perfect. I didn't have to do anything with the side
Amazing.
seams. And yeah, I'm really happy with the fit. Like,
So
it's
did
got
you
the-
not do like a bust adjustment?
No, because
It's got quite a lot of...
because it's like a 70s style
Lovely.
fit, so it's supposed to. You've got a lot of
That's
ease
so
here
clever.
and at the back. So yeah, I think this is. I
That
haven't had
is
to do any
so
other
clever.
adjustments, and so yeah, it feels like it's sitting
It sits
correctly on the
beautifully,
back
yes.
for me.
Oh, that's
So yeah,
lovely.
I'm really pleased with it. There's a lot of gathering as well, which took a
Takes a
while.
while,
But yeah, really pleased. And I used an overlocker for the first time.
Yay!
Which
That's a
was
big
really
step.
exciting. I was nervous because I was like, if I accidentally cut a hole in it now.
Yeah, you were thinking of me.
So I did
Could've done it.
did the end, and I finished off some of the seams
the
inside the
tiers.
tiers.
Great.
Because it's a dress that I want to last.
Yeah.
So you put all that work in, and yeah.
That's
So,
amazing.
It's
Yeah,
so
I'm really
good,
happy.
so
So
suits
good.
you.
Yeah, I love it so much.
And we've got some kits.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And that's the other news. So to celebrate having our new fabric, what we've done is we've put together kits for each of these patterns that you can buy. So you'll get the pattern, you'll get the fabric, and you'll get all the notions that you need for each of the patterns. Now, what's quite special is the Alba you only usually get if you bought the ebook, but as a special, we're releasing that in
First time ever, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so
never.
yeah.
so as a standalone pattern in the kit. So
And I should say that you can make a version of Alba without the frill.
Yes.
If
Yes.
you're not a
Yeah.
frilly person but you like the idea of the wrap skirt, there is a version that's just plain.
Yes.
yeah.
And also with
made
with
one or two. Of
Yes,
those. It's
yeah,
really
like
nice.
the
And much
just a
quicker.
nice, like,
Yeah.
oh my god, so sweet.
Much
Yeah.
quicker.
So you'd obviously get with the Giselle dress, you'd get
the Giselle dress.
you'd get the
yeah.
Giselle pattern and
Yes.
the fabric, and then you can choose to
To
add
do
it
like,
back.
and if you were nervous, you could buy just like an extra half meter of just the fabric or something like that, just to make sure you had enough.
If you want to
wanted it to
recreate
be
this.
maxi or anything like that. But yeah, as I say, you can just
Yeah.
pack it as you like.
So enjoy.
Yay.
Yeah, I love it as
We've
much
given
as
you
we
some
do.
ideas.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wraps that we've gone for some reason, which is interesting. A couple of dresses, the top, a skirt. I mean, there's so many things you could do. Even like maybe some carry trousers would be fun.
Oh, floaty.
Something like that,
Nice.
floaty, summery trousers. But yeah, I think we'll be using this fabric
I
quite a
think
lot.
so.
There may be a sample or two coming up that is made in that fabric as well. We absolutely love it. It's exclusive to Sew Over It, so you can't get it anywhere else. And we hope that you love it.
Bye.
Bye.